This tutorial is for making a door that can open and close with a perform command. So I'm going to start with by adding a door to my scene. And now that I have this door in, I'm not going to worry about scale or anything right now. And I need a frame basically. And I'm going to be creating a model that has a skeleton, and I need to animate the skeleton for this to work properly. So the first thing I'm going to do is see where the pivot is on this. Doors don't pivot in the middle, they pivot over to one side. So I'm going to come down here and change my pivot over to one side. Now at this point, I'm going to simply duplicate my door, hold down Control and drag off a copy. Then I need to scale this second copy to be, a little small thing because it's going to be the frame. You can make it as small as you want. I usually make it, pretty thin and narrow, and then snug it back up, to the door itself, like that. Okay, now there are some important things. You always want to work with stuff being at 100%. So you'll see that this is down at like 12% now. Go ahead and hit the reset transform. So it sets that as the new 100% in all dimensions. All right, so now what you want to do is select your door and attach it to the door frame. Okay, now you'll see something that happened immediately. The scale jumped up to some huge amount, and you do not have a way to reset that transform. So what you need to do is come down to where the attach is and click on the ellipses. Okay, normally all three of these boxes will be checked. I've been playing with mine, that's why it's unchecked. So normally it's checked, right? And if you uncheck that and then hit OK and then go back up here again, you'll see that that it is not inheriting the scale from the other parent piece now, and so it is back at 100% like it should be. Okay, you really need it to be that way. All right, now click on the parent object. Notice it's one piece because the door is connected. I mean, it's a subprop right now, but we're going to change that in a minute. So again, you're going to go back down to the prop section, and down here where it says merge prop, click on that. Okay, now basically you have a skeletal prop that has the parent, and then there's a bone going over to the door, and then there's another bone in the center of the door that you're going to ignore. All right, at this point, we're going to open up our edit motion layer, and the bone we want to work with, let me change the color so we can better see these. I want to affect all the bones, and I want them to be blue so they really show up nicely. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and close that. Okay, so now you can see the bones here. I'll zoom in a little bit. And what I want to do is you can see there's different bones here. And the one you want is this big long one that goes from the edge of the door to the center of the door. All right, so at this point, we just need to add our animations. I want to make sure I'm not using my transform. I'm in my edit motion layer and it's not showing here. So I'm going to click on the little icon that lets me set what shows, and I'm going to click on animation, and so now that's visible. I can then spin that down to see the different bones here, or actually they're all included in one animation layer on this one. So at this point, what I want to do is first I'm going to hit reset, and what that's going to do is set a key right at the beginning. So I'll go ahead and reset, and then I'm going to go to, say, frame 120. So it takes 2 seconds for the door to open. You may want to go faster or slower. I think 2 seconds is a pretty good choice. And I will go ahead and use my rotate gizmo now. So I'm going to go ahead and open the door. Let's open it to about there. All right, so now I have my open door and I can play the animation. Now at this point you could actually just duplicate the, no you can't, because you won't have more frames. So what you want to actually do now is go ahead and I always move forward a little bit and then set another default. Actually I don't. Let's see, what do I want to do? I guess I just want to go forward enough that I can then close the door again. So I want it to have enough time. So maybe up here somewhere. Let's go right here. All right, and then I'm going to rotate my door shut again. And you'll see it extended the clip out because of the auto extend feature on in the animation menu. Okay, so now my door is closed again. And I can go ahead and close my animation layer now. And if I rewind, I can play and I get it open, and then I get it close. Okay, and I can see where the keyframe is, so that's going to be extremely helpful for showing me where to collect the clip. And so I'm going to go right up here, and I'm going to collect the clip for the open. I will add that to my perform, and whoops, it's off screen, sorry. I will call that open. And then, and you might want to, do different ones of these. You could have like a staggering open door, things like that. But I'm just going to call it open for now. So I'll go ahead and save that. And then I'm going to go to my second set here. So from here out to the end is my close. So I will then add that. Whoops. Clicked on the wrong spot there. Okay, so click on the blue, add to perform, and call that one close. And hit OK. All right, so now I have both performs in the door. So I'm going to rewind. I'm going to click on the door, and I'm going to remove all object animation, so none of that is there. And now I have performs in my door, so I can then right click on it, select perform, open, the door opens, then select perform again, and close. Okay, so there you go, and I've included the prop as well, so you can just download it, and thanks for watching.